Hey everybody, I'm not going to be here long at all. Got about a few minutes. I truly came on to answer a question that I believe was sincerely asked. And I'm going to give an answer, okay? And bear with me. And I don't have to, but I want to so let everybody would know, right? Just give me a minute, a second to answer this. Uh, that is to the young lady over there. One moment. Who asked about my niece. Let me explain the difference to you in your situation, in my niece's situation. And this could also be a learning experience for you. You understand when you came out here, it was a total, whole different situation. Uh, my niece is not on this channel, right? My niece is not on this channel. My niece has never addressed me. My niece has never been on this channel. You came out here to battle for your mom at that point. And can I get a bag, please? Um, and and it's what it was. Now, my niece's situation is completely different from yours, right? My niece is 30. You're 26. My niece started college right out of high school. Right out of high school, she went on to college. Okay. Now, if you do the math, if you ever listen, you do the math, you'll probably figure some things out. So I don't have to figure it out for you. Did not your sister have a child and not married also before getting her degrees and professional degrees or whatever else, no matter what it is? My niece started high school, started college right after she graduated. My niece left college and returned and continued throughout her life and her career. Remember now, you didn't get the whole story. My niece has worked and raised a child and went to school at the same time. And there are times that she, through her career, she stopped and she went back. All right? Remember, my niece not only have her associate, she went back and got her bachelor. Okay? Through her career, she worked. She was a manager. She held professional jobs. Okay? Okay? She worked and raised a child. Had her own apartment. My niece was also well off. Remember, her mother passed away. And unlike most things, she had an insurance policy as well that can help her as well. But she chose to work and have her money at the same time. She could have sat on her butt and just waste and waste. But she not only worked, she saved her money from the death of her mother. My niece lost her mother at the age of 16, between 14 and 16. All right? She had the full support, not only of our family, but the full support. Remember, her mother was married. Her mother and father got a divorce when she was about 12 or 13. She had her father in her life the entire time and still in her life. Never left. Don't let me post pictures, but I won't. Her father is a significant factor in her life. and his grandchild life. Let me explain that to you as well. So we have a whole different scenario here going on. So yeah, as you wanted to ask, and I respectfully answered you. There's a totally completely difference. My niece owns, not owns, but works, has her own apartment, okay, and raising a 12-year-old and put her 12-year-old in one of the most through her own work. Look at the school called Ashley Hall. Ashley Hall in South Charleston, South Carolina. If anybody is familiar, check out the sacrifice my niece has made in making sure her daughter went to one of the most prestigious school in South Carolina through work. So you know what I'm saying? Check out Ashley Hall. You might see my niece's pictures there as well. All right. So, and through losing her mom, she's doing all this. Her mom is not there. Well, we're there. I know I don't have to explain anything, but let me answer that question. And respect is difference between you and my nieces. This is no going back and forth. This will be the answer. And I hope this. So she did that. She did that. My niece went to that school. If you look it up, you'll probably see her picture. Y'all see her picture online. You'll see her there. If you look at Ashley Hall, go look up Ashley Hall. My niece did that. She made the sacrifice. Okay, my niece has done a lot as well as so you come at me and my daughter. That's okay. That's what you do. That's okay. But I'm going to answer your question about my niece. My niece is different in a whole different category. She's 30. Her daughter is 12, about to be 13. Now do the math. Okay? She had her own apartment since she's a single mother. Okay? Doing her damn thing. Okay? So we can't compare. We cannot compare. That's apples and oranges. She knew what her support was like. She had a support system. Okay? Her mother was a registered nurse, not a registered nurse, a master's degree. Okay? Okay? Her mother, she had a mother and father in the house until she was about 12 or 13. They got a divorce. And she still has the support of her father, fully of her father. They've never been out of her life. Okay? There's a difference, a major difference in my niece and you. Now, let's say this. Let me be very real with you. There are young people that go to school. I have no age when I was a 18-year-old and 17-year-old, but they did not act like you. Don't get it twisted. Let's don't ever mess it up. People go back to college at all ages. There was a difference between your behavior and the people that attend college. My brother just got his master's at the age of 50. My brother completed college in his 40s and near 50. My brother also went to something like gap year. Understand being a 26-year-old in college and acting the way you were and trying to get your career together. That's what I'm talking about, okay? That's what I'm talking about. It was nothing about you going to college at 26. Trust me, I'm not. Please understand. That wasn't the problem. Your behavior on this page and while trying to get a college degree and hoping for a career, knowing that this stuff can follow you. Trust me, you want a career in journalism. That means you want to be out there and your name be out there. Anybody out here can take everything you have ever done talking about kids and use that against you. That is what you didn't understand. Okay? That is what you need to understand. You're setting yourself up for failure. This stuff here, your young life, your young career, this could follow you and hurt you. If you ever try to get in front of a TV, if you ever try to get somewhere, this can follow you. Okay? My life, I'm on my wind down. Okay, a lot of us in our age right now, we're winding down. We're in the swan sound. You're just starting. You're just starting. And you're caught up in things with people that are winding down or going on with their life. They're finishing up. That's done and said. You're just starting. Okay? You're just starting. You're about 27. You're 3 years younger than my niece. Okay? That's a difference. There's a different scenario altogether. My niece had some serious things that she had to go through in order to complete, but she never gave up. Losing her mother, becoming a teen mom, she kept going. One course a year, two course a year, three course, but you don't see her acting like this. You see the difference? You see the difference? My niece managed the hotel, a whole hotel at her young age. Before she was 25, she was a manager of a well-known hotel in South. She was a manager of a well-known hotel before she was 25, working and going to school. See, that's the difference. She worked at a bank and went to school. She had several careers, and now she's settled in. But each and every time she would take courses and go to school, and she graduated from one of the top schools in South Carolina. She graduated from one of the top schools in South Carolina. Okay, she graduated from one of the top schools in South. My niece is extremely intelligent. Okay, so when I talk about my niece, yes, because she went through a lot. Okay, she went through a lot. Okay, I'm proud of my niece just as much as I'm proud of my daughter. Don't get it twisted. I'm proud of my niece. I'm proud of my daughter. I'm proud of her family, heritage, our background. Okay, so don't get it twisted. Not taking anything from you. It was your behavior, your thing that you were doing out here that I was addressing. Kids, people go to school in their 40s and their 50s. People get their master's degree, and you sitting in a dormitory with young kids. I went to school with people in their 30s and 40s. They didn't stay on campus. They didn't live on campus. They came when I was 18 in college. I've known people in their 30s and 40s sitting in the classroom. Don't get it twisted. But they did not act like you. They weren't on here. They were in a dormitory with bottles of liquor and stuff. They were there to get their career started. They were old enough. They were setting things up. They were not acting like me at 18 in college. They weren't acting like me at 18 in college. 18 in college, we were having fun. These the older people in their 26 and their 30s and 40s. They were there for a reason. They were there for a reason. They're starting to, they had families already. Okay? They were established. They were going back. They were going back to school to enhance their employment or just finish up something they got started, like my nephew. My nephew had not my nephew, my brother works for Boeing. My brother went back to school. My brother would travel with his tablet. He had two tablets, right? Work tablet and school tablet. Got his master's in business at the age of 51. But he went to college right out of high school. Wasn't ready for him yet. A lot of people are not ready for high school, young lady, college for the high school. And that's not a bad thing. A lot of people are just not ready. But it was your behavior. If that's what you really wanted to know, it was your behavior. Now, you can come back any kind of way. And like I said, the way I spoke to you was not being disrespectful. I wanted to let you know that there are people like mine. They became a single parent and they kept going. Okay? So, they're single parents and they kept going. And there are people out here right now listening to me. And they may come on your page today and say everything else just to appease you. But if they heard me, they know somebody like my niece. They know somebody that went to school one course at a time, two courses at a time, just because they were working and raising their child. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? There are people who've been doing it most of their lives. Before I was, even at your age, that was not the issue. It's your behavior. My niece went to a historical black university. There you go. Um, that's blessing to go to a private prestige school. Thank you, caller. Yes, that my niece did that. That's the sacrifice that she made. She made sure that my niece, my grandniece, get the exposure, and she went to Ashley Hall for a couple years until they moved just recently. Um, Say it again. It's 18 versus 26. Mine is very totally different. Thank you. I'm staying my lane. So at yes, at 18 when I was in college, I was having fun. I was trying to stay in that school. You know, at 26, that people coming to college at 26, 27, and 30 had a whole different mindset. Me, she's we just coming out of 26, a little bit more well established. You know, they came in for. That's the difference, young lady. That is the difference between my niece and you. Something that she wanted to accomplish, and she did it up until 30. And she's still in school now. She finished. She got her bachelor, and she's still in school. She's working toward her master. All this craziness for me. You know, she has a plan. She has a vision. My daughter obtained her raising children. That's what I'm talking about. My niece raised her child 12 to 13, making sure that she can put her in one of to top her, put her in the top school, and work on her degrees. That's a difference. That is a major difference. I hope you hear it. I hope you take heed and hear what I'm saying and hearing the differences. But I'm pretty sure somewhere down the line, yeah, I hopefully people will misconstrue to say la, 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 and they're going to hear the noise, and that's okay too. I'm not going to respond any further. I gave you the difference between my niece and you. Okay, that is the difference. Not saying that she's any better than you, but she did things a little different than you. Okay, that's how you get to a degree at 30. All right, that's the difference. Raising a child and working. Okay, and all right, and making sacrifices, being independent, wanting her own, having her own apartment, having her own cars, doing what she wanted to do, family support, yes, babysitting, people, we were there, okay? Congrats to your niece, she has a determined, yes, it takes a lot at that age to, losing your mom and then carry on. Most kids, could have stopped and given up, but she got what we got, right? That fight, that determination. We don't give up. But guys, I got to get back in from lunch. I will see you guys later. I wanted to answer. Y'all know how it's going to come back. I won't respond after that. I gave the best response I can and not a reaction. So uh, I gave the best response I can and not a bad reaction. Whatever comes back, let it be. I'm not going to argue about it. I'm not going back and forth. I gave my answer and I'm done with it. That's all I can say. And that's the difference, y'all. I'm out, y'all. I'm going back into work.